I don't know why that always makes me laugh. Hi everyone, I'm Meredith Abbott and welcome to Sur La Table. Today I'm going to be making a caramelized onion dip and serving it alongside some crudité. What's a party without dip? And this one happens to be my favorite. To make this recipe, you need a few things. Yellow onions, fresh garlic, mayonnaise and sour cream, olive oil, salt, pepper, and then whatever fresh vegetables you would like to serve alongside. I like crispy, crunchy things. First step, I'm going to slice an onion. I've already sliced half. Now I'm going to slice the other half. Take that end off. Just get all of that papery bit off the outside. And I like to slice what I say tip to tail. Tuck those fingers under. About a 1/4 inch thick slices. When you get down here to the end, you can flip it over so you have another nice flat surface like so. Now I'm gonna preheat my skillet. We're gonna start at medium-high heat. I'm going to add oil. So I'm gonna scoop up all of my onion slices into my skillet. A little bit of a sizzle, that's all you need. So after you put them in, use your spoon to break up any pieces that are stuck together or your fingers before they get too hot. Like so. Stir them around so they get nice and evenly coated in the olive oil. Add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt to season. This will also help soften the onions as they cook. You stir them pretty often now, but then once they start to soften and get some color on them, I'm going to stir them only about every 3 to 5 minutes. I prefer a stainless steel skillet to caramelize onions in because the fond, which are those yummy brown bits that come off of your food as they cook, sticks to the pan and then you can stir them back into the onions. So I'm gonna turn my heat down to about medium now. My onions are starting to soften a little bit, become more translucent. I'm going to start softening my onions, cooking them over medium heat or so until they're soft and have a little bit of browning on them. This will take about 3 to 5 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to stop stirring them and only stir about every, again, 3 to 5 minutes or so. That way that fond and that caramelization can really start to develop on the onions. So fully caramelized onions can take anywhere from 20 minutes, or if you're making something like French onion soup, you can take up to about 2 hours to caramelize your onions. For this recipe, 20 to 30 minutes will be your sweet spot. My onions are nice and caramely. You're looking for that deep brown, mahogany-esque type color. Turn the heat off. While this is still warm, we're going to add our garlic. As much or as little as you'd like. Start with 2 cloves. If you like a lot of garlic, you can go heavier. If you're really adverse to garlic, just omit it, it's fine. Not cooking it at all, the heat is off. Set that aside to cool to at least room temperature. While we wait for that to cool, I'm going to mix the rest of the dip. This is pretty standard if you've made dips from scratch before. So it is mayonnaise, scooped into a bowl, sour cream, get all of that goodness in there, salt and pepper. I'm gonna start with about a pinch, 1/2 teaspoon or so of salt and about the same of pepper. I'm gonna use a whisk to bring it all together. So whisk it all together, and then I will taste it and adjust the salt level after I've added in the cooled onion garlic mixture. Okay, it's been about 5 to 10 minutes. My onions have cooled to room temperature. I'm going to add them into my dip base. Whisk it in. Whisking is also kind of nice. It breaks up some of the onions a little bit more. A little taste. I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt. That is about it. Really nice flavor from the onions. Sweet, in fact. The pepper gives it a nice punch. And the last step is the easiest. Pop it in your fridge for about an hour, let it set, chill. The flavors are gonna really marry together, and then serve it how you'd like. I'm gonna serve mine with crudité. You could serve yours with chips or however you'd like. And that's how you make caramelized onion dip. For recipe videos, cooking classes, and more, visit surlatab.com.